Hey guys, so I finally found time to spend with my babies, and the first thing I noticed was just how much I haven't been spending time with them, and that is because dust has really built up on them and I'm kind of annoyed about that. So I thought I would get rid of the dust and give them all a nice clean change today, and it's just my way of cleaning. Sometimes I like to use a wet cloth, but I'm not going to do that today because it's really cold here today and I'm starting to lose light as it is. So what I'm going to do with India today, and afterwards all my other babies, is I'm going to use these supplies over here and obviously change them into new clothes. And yeah, so basically I've got some mohair conditioner here in this bottle. I like to water it down, excuse me, and my mohair brush that I like to use, toothbrush, I like to get the baby milk teeth brush, or the really softest one you can find. Not only is it really good for, excuse me, using on their hair, it also is really small, so it can get into those places where you might have a swirl on the crown or something that's directional and you need to get it into the right place, and a big brush can't do that for you. I have a Q-tip or a cotton earbud, and I've got two brushes. I normally have a little paintbrush, but I can't seem to find it, so I've got my brush that I use for the baby powder. This step is optional, and I'm just going to use this for cleaning the dust out. This is just one of those brushes that I can never say the right word for, and I will obviously add that in here somewhere. Kabuki or something like that. Okay, so apart from her clothes and everything, let's get started. As you can see, India is dressed for winter. It is freezing here, and that's another reason as to why I have decided not to use any water today. I suggest not getting your reborns wet that much anyway, but I haven't done it for quite some time, so I thought I'd just clean them off. So I'm going to take her out of this outfit, and I'm going to take her right down. Sorry, Indy. This is the weirdest angle because I've got the tripod right in the way. Let's just take you out of the way. Oh, and there's her socks and stuff. Okay. Just pop her down and shut the door. Okay. You look like you're very sore there with your neck like that. Sorry for the angle, guys. It's really awkward to undress her from where I'm standing because the camera is right in the way as usual. And take this off. It's a really attractive pose. Okay, so I'm going to take her, like I said, right down, out of everything she's wearing. And you might wonder why I don't take it over her hair. Her hair is quite brittle and it's falling out at the back despite being sealed about 4 times, so it's actually breaking off on this side rather than the other side, and it's stuff I used before Slumberland, and it's just not very good quality, so unfortunately I have to be really careful with her hair. So she's down to her diaper. I'll just move her up a little bit. Okay. And what we need to do now is take off the diaper, obviously. It has gone and given her a major wedgie. As you can see, I've really not been paying attention to my own babies. I've just been so busy making for everyone else. And the main areas that I find that you need to worry about for dust is anything that's got a crease. And most of the creases are actually on their heads. So I'm going to hold her head and just with this brush really get into those eye sockets along here, into the nose area, because her mouth is open, obviously get in there, and of course her ears. And normally I would use a thicker brush that could do a better job. But unfortunately I couldn't find it. You want something that's not going to be abrasive and scratch the vinyl or your paintwork, but you want something that's going to be able to get into all those little areas and just push that dirt and dust out. I'm actually trying to get my bond back with this sweetheart, so doing this cleaning certainly will help. And then I like to just go along to the hands and do the same thing. There's so many creases, and in the elbows. Most of the time my babies are dressed so they don't get dust on them, but things that are exposed are like hands and feet if they haven't got socks on, or footed pants. I like to clean them. Just want to get in there and get all that stuff out. Her feet and hands aren't dirty. It was just her face that was really dusty. And the one thing is, when you've got a baby that's got open eyes, and I've got 2 of them, it's really good to clean around their eyes as well. And a brush like this would be really good because it's so soft. Okay, so India has now been dusted, and I wanted to just quickly note that you could have used this if you wanted to just get into places that the brush might not be able to reach, and into those creases as well. You can use this if you don't want to use the brush, but the cotton does get a little bit loose, and then obviously you've got the plastic back in the middle, so you've got to be careful about that. So now that Indy has had that done, I want to put her diaper on, and I think this diaper is actually going to be far too big for her. I got given some diapers from another Reborn friend, and she never told me what the sizes were. She just gave me a whole bunch of them, and they're all kind of hard to judge, so that is ginormous. Okay, so we're going to find you a different diaper. It's really cute. It's got Winnie the Pooh and Tigger on it, and I will be changing to Huggies diapers in the near future for all Reborns that I make, as I just love the designs that are on them. And again, it's really difficult from all the way over here, and this one's not that much better. It's a bit big on you still to reach. And at this point you could have put some baby powder in the diaper, but I don't like to put it on my cloth bodies anymore. I read that it can do some damage to it, so I just don't bother. But as for the baby powder, I have a really sensitive nose, so this stuff is really strong to me. So I'm only going to put a little bit on this blanket. Oops, and I went and put heaps. Great. Okay, that's alright, I've got other babies to do. And you're just going to want just a little bit, and then just sweep it really quickly over each limb. It gives them a nice clean feel, and as long as you don't put too much on, it's pretty good. They do say that this stuff takes away shine, but I actually really haven't even noticed that it has helped. I just feel like it makes the baby feel quite smooth, and I have never tried it on a baby with textured skin yet, and she's had her textured skin put on when I redid her earlier in the year, so it feels, I don't know, it feels alright. It's more so just like a cosmetic thing, really. I'm not really too sure why people do it, but at least she'll smell good. Kind of, because I can't stand the smell. There we go. I don't really like to put it on the face, but I haven't put anything extra on the brush, and I'm just gonna really quickly go ahead and do that so I don't have to put anything on the brush to do it. Right, and then we're going to put her back in her clothes, so I'm going to stick her onesie back on. I might just cover that powder up so I don't get it on the clothes. There we go. I actually learnt from watching another video of another artist that it's actually easier for the hair to bring their clothes up from the bottom if you can. So I just do that now without even thinking much about it. If you were to do the baby with some wet, like a wet cloth, I would suggest getting a really soft towel to pat them dry with. You don't want anything like a normal towel. It might be a bit too rough. Honestly, it's just like treating them like a real baby. So get a baby towel. Or you could just use one of these, and then that should do the trick as well, because the baby towel's kind of the same. Well, the one I have is kind of the same material. And then I'm going to put her in her pants. Sorry for the banging, it's the wooden thing beside me banging on that wall. And yes, these pants are ginormous on her. They are close to Charlie's size of clothing, but they didn't make them any smaller, and her theme is fairy tales, and I couldn't pass them up, and they fit really well. They just go up really high, so I couldn't pass them up. But I will put her top over her head, and I haven't tried this top on her yet, so hopefully it looks really cute on her. It's brand new, and I hoped it would match her pants because of the gold that's on it. Oopsie, I think I twisted your sleeves. It's huge around the neck. This is a newborn, but it's quite big on her actually. I think it's a newborn. Yep, newborn. Really huge around the neck. But it's so cute. It almost looks like a little tunic on her if you pull it down in the front. But the last thing we need to do before I can move on to my next babies is India's here. And as you can see, she's got heaps on top. Still, thank God. And normally if I was going to take the time to style her hair, I would actually use a cut and put some of this in there, and then use my brush to bring it forward, but bring it onto the head, sorry, but because I'm not really going to that effort, I just want to tidy it up gently. What have we got going on here? Which way does your hair go? That way. I forgot. There we go. I'm just going to bring her to the side so I can do the rest of it. So as you can see, she's got not much hair left, and I'm still in two minds whether or not to reroute it again, because I really do like the style that I put on her head. I don't want to change that. And I don't like the idea of holes everywhere. And I've already lost 2 pieces of hair, so that's not too bad. But there's not much to go. Unfortunately, as you can see at the back of her head, there is not much left at all, and she had a full head of hair. It's just so cruel. So it's either that or put new hair on her and then deal with the holes, or I'm not really too sure what I want to do with her. This top is really big around the neck. Anyway, and then there's one more thing we need to do, and that is give her a pacifier. So thank you so much for watching this video. It was a bit all over the place because I haven't done it in such a long time, and I'm going to add in, oh god, I'm going to add in some shots of the other 3 babies that I have now got to do the same thing to. Thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned for the next video. Bye!